Hello, my name is Jani and welcome to my channel. This is a crusty channel where we talk about our projects and our fabrics and flosses and all of our adventures as stitchers. So if you are a new friend, welcome. Thank you for being here, and take a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, something stronger. And if you are already a subscriber, welcome again. A big hug, and thank you for being here. This time I'm going to talk a little about a new project, impromptu project. Really out of the blue, I decided to start something new and some new stash, a beautiful patterns that I got just today. So yeah, let's begin. I was expecting some patterns from Hands Across the Sea, two beautiful samplers, so I decided to gather the materials, you know, the flosses and the fabric, and just to wait for my patterns to arrive. So I have the kits that I put together here, and just today I received the beautiful patterns. This project is for Anne Roberts. Let me. It's a gorgeous sampler. It's, I don't know, it's kind of different of the majority of samplers that Nicola does, because it's more like, you know, like blocky in this aspect of, I don't know, I feel not simple, but you know, kind of different. But and I love it so much. So I ordered this one, and for this one I prepare this little project bag, and it's so pretty. It's like pieces of different fabric. My aunt made this for me. Oh, and I need to stitch something here. She also dyed this piece of fabric, so it's so pretty. I love this bag so much, and I put a little butterfly. So yeah, everything was ready for my pattern, and I decided to start this project with using Anchor, because Nicola gave us the silks. The flosses are in, I don't know how to say this, you know, but there are silks and DMC. So I took the DMC colors and convert them to Anchor, and I really enjoy a stitch on Anchor with Anchor. So these are the beautiful bold colors, so pretty. So these are the number of the Anchor color. I will put the correspond number of the DMC, so I can, or I draw the little symbol. But yeah, I love this color so much. And I decided to use this beige fabric. This is a fabric that I got here in my city. It's a cotton fabric, but it's very similar to linen. It has the little threads across the fabric, but it's cotton. So, and yeah, you can stitch on this. So I always trying to find substitutions and new materials for my projects. you know, to get my my stitching more affordable and sustainable. So yeah, I'm going to use this piece of fabric, and it's equivalent to a 40 count, so it's going to be gorgeous, I know. I'm going to stitch this 1/2, and I will show you in future videos my start, but this is gorgeous, isn't it? And I just received this today, so I was so exciting, but I have already everything ready for my project. So yeah, here are the lovely flosses and my bag and everything. Yeah. I can start the beautiful Anne Roberts. And let me put this away. I ordered another sampler because we know that no patterns travel alone. So I also ordered, ta-da, and Thomas. Yeah. This sampler is so beautiful. I mean, all the samplers are gorgeous, but can you see? Can you even? It's amazing. Also, it's a different type of sampler of the one that usually Hands Across the Sea has, but I mean, come on, this beautiful bird. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I probably won't stitch the words here and here. I will change it for something else. I have to think about it. But yeah, and it's all there are all cross stitch, 2/2. These letters are 1/1, but like I'm not going to stitch this. Everything is just cross stitch, you know, 2/2. So it's amazing, so beautiful. And again with this, let me put it here so you don't see the reflection, something like that. Again, another floss, I mean another project bag, and in this case I'm going to use DMC, the DMC conversion. Here are a lot more flosses needed for this pattern, but again you can see the beautiful colors. And here in the pattern, oops, I received a beautiful card. Let me show you. You can see there are a lot of colors, and you have the two silks and the DMC options. So in this case I will use the DMC flosses. So these are the beautiful colors. I love it. So yeah, this is going to be so pretty. And for the fabric I was looking something very similar to the model stitch. So again I am using the fabric that I get here in my city, but this time I dye it. So I try to emulate the shades in the model. So it's a little more mottled, more irregular, the color of of my fabric, but I love it. And I'm so easy, I love everything. But you can see the colors and part of the fabric. So yeah, I'm so happy, and I really want to stitch this beautiful big bird. So amazing. And these corners, I mean, I'm not even a floral stitcher or a bird stitcher, but everything is amazing in this. Oh my god, I'm in love. So I received it today and I'm very happy. And yeah, it was really a quick package, because I ordered on November. It only took like 4 or 5 weeks. So yeah, everything is fine. So those are my ready to go kits with my fabric and my project bag and my flosses, and now with the chart. Yeah, and I am using these needles. I got this needle a couple of months ago, and I first used this with Aida 18, and I was not really, you know, happy with them. I mean, they're functional, but yeah, nothing like wow. So I decided to start using them, not in Aida, but in like even weave or linen. And yeah, they are very good. I feel really comfortable with these needles, and I understand the fuss about this, because they are really comfortable to work with. They really they have let me see, they have like a well, the name said it. It's a ball tip. Okay, it's a ball tip needle. So they have like a, oh, I can open it. They have this ball in the tip of the needle, and they kind of open the fabric, so it's really comfortable. I don't know if you can look there. Yeah, and they kind of open the fabric when you are stitching, so it's really easy to get the, you know, the stitch done. And because I stitch in hand, it's really comfortable to follow the needle and then, you know, keep going with my stitching. So yeah, these are good. I like it, but for even weave or linen, not for Aida. So yeah, and also I was trying different things this weekend. I got these like readers glasses, because I usually stitch with a magnifier lens, but I start to feel a little like close, like claustrophobic because of the magnifying lens, because I don't know, I feel like I needed to be in my chair in a certain position, you know, to stitch, and I'm always moving and you know, so I decided to try with these glasses in order to make my stitching follow me and not me following the magnifying glass. I don't know. Something like that. And I've been feeling really good. You need to get this type of lens if you want to use them according to the need of your site, because these are 2.0, and I find it great for my stitching. So yeah, making changes. and yeah, feeling good so far. And I was, you know, making making kits for my projects, so I find this beauty and decided to, you know what, I could put the materials together for this design. This is Cathedral Woods Goddess by Nora Corbett, of course. If you're new, I'm a big Nora and Mirabilia fan. I have a lot of her design stitched, and I love her very much. So if you're already knew me, you know that about me. So yeah, I decided to put the materials together, and I had a few fabrics that I dyed, and not precisely for this design, but you know, I like to make my own stash. So I decided to make my fabrics of the month. So yeah, this is again a fabric that I got here in my city. It's cotton, and it's very like a hand danger type of fabric, not quite regular. So I wouldn't stitch something like a mirror here, but perhaps a sampler, like a monochromatic sampler or a Quaker sampler, a design where it doesn't affect really that much if it's not the same, you know, threads in the fabric. I don't know if I make myself clear, but yeah, but the colors in this fabric are gorgeous. I love to dye my fabrics, and you know, came with different combinations. So yeah, perhaps a little mermaid, a Nora mermaid here. Yeah, oh, so lovely. I love it. It's so pretty. And for these fabrics, I use some new dyes. A beautiful stitcher friend of mine who came to the Mexican retreat. She's from Chile, and she got me some dyes so I can use it in my fabrics. And there are dyes from Switzerland. I will put the picture here. So I tried this, and I really love it. And those dyes were the ones that I use here also. So yeah, fantastic. And I also dyed this one. This is a piece of linen, cashel. It's a 28 count. And you know, I'm always looking for a kind of murky fabric, like the one from Picture This Plus. So every time I got a dark fabric, I say that's my murky of today. So yeah, this is a piece of linen 28, and this is a piece of Aida 16. This is a lovely pink and orange fabric. I love this. I love it very much. And I was, you know, these two first fabric, I was sure I was not going to use it for the mirror, because this one is gorgeous, but it's too small, and this one again, it's gorgeous, but the type of fabric is not right for a mirror. So this one was between the finalists, this Aida. So I was thinking about start my project here. And this one, it's a Lugana, and it's a very dark olive one, but again, it's really pretty. It has a little of blues and greens and a little like pinks. It looks really, really pretty. And this one was also a finalist for my selection for Cathedral, but I feel like this was too dark for my project, so yeah, this one was out of the race for that. So then, of course, you already knew I have this one. This is a Belfast. It's a 32 linen, and I love this fabric. It's so pretty. You can really tell in the picture, but it's so pretty, and has these marks, these dark marks, like you know, for more character. And yeah, I love it so much. And I ask in my Instagram which fabric should I choose for Cathedral, and almost this one didn't got just one vote. Everybody prefer the other ones, this one and the other ones, but you know, I feel like Kyle, like, okay, you vote for your favorite, now I'm going to choose another one. And you know, once you have that feeling that you need to use a certain fabric for certain design, you know how we say that the fabric calls for the design, I knew this was the one that I wanted. And the colors of the dress are very similar to the fabric, but you can see here these colors are, even though are similar to the fabric, they stand up in the design. So yeah, I was convinced that I needed to stitch this and start. I start this today is Monday, this Saturday, because I have to you know, stitch different colors in the fabric in order to see if it's going to, that was going to work. And yeah, I love it so much. And of course, with my mirrors, I need to stitch the beautiful face. I love to be watching a face while I'm stitching. So yeah, I need to stitch the face and part of the upper body. So I'm using here a lot of substitutions. I have all the DMC. The DMC are the ones that are called in the design, but for the water lilies I substitute with DMC this color 4135. I'm substituting with this the water lilies 137, which is this copper leaves, and it's really pretty. I mean, it's darker than the original design. It's kind of different, but I love it. I love it. They look so pretty. And for another of the water lilies, the 060, I'm using a silk. It's a silk from Silks for You, and I'm using this silk also in my Zelda, and it's a beautiful color because it had greens and purples and blues, and it's a fantastic color. So you can see here the effect of the silk, and well, it's really small here, the picture, but yeah, this color is more vibrant and I love it. So yeah, and I'm using Krynic from my stash, so I'm using a lot of spools that I have. These her bodies, the top part of her dress, I changed the Krynic because it asked for a lighter shade, but again, I love everything, and and I will use these beads, which again, those were a gift from beautiful friends, Mexican stitchers, who gave me these beads, and I will love to use on my cathedral goddess. So yeah, that's my report for today. I was I didn't plan much. I'm just came home and decided to share my joy and my happiness for my new patterns and this new start. I hope to finish this before New Year, because I usually like to finish something in the last weeks of the year. I usually try to finish a mirror or a sampler or something, because I always have the feeling that I didn't stitch much in the year. So I need to finish something in order to to have something finished. But then I usually make a review of my year, and I go to my Instagram to watch my pictures, and I realize that I have finished something more. But I really like to finish something in December and start many things in January, and that's the way we stitchers are. So I'm part of the community. So yeah, I'm really exciting for these new projects and trying to finish the year the best way possible. I was feeling a little blue, a little sad this last couple of weeks, and yeah, I mean, we can always be happy and and motivated and that, but yeah, we all have our struggles, and it's nice to being able to talk about it, and to share all these little things that bring us joy. And yeah, not always we have to be happy, but we can have these little moments of happiness and try to to work with everything, and at the end have a better mood. Yeah, I really need some vacation, some days off, but yeah, in a couple of weeks I will be resting and hopefully stitching, and yeah, that brings me so much joy, and of course sharing all this journey with you. Thank you so much. I will insert here the results of the giveaway of my HL mod pattern. So I make the selection of the name of the winner, and I will insert the clip here. Congratulations to the winner. Please send me a email with your address so I can send you the pattern and a little project bag, and a few little things. So yeah, I will see you in my next video, hopefully with more stitching and more projects and my annual review. So yeah, a big hug and all my love to all of you. Bye bye.